Hi, Guy Fratelloni here, and today I want to talk to you about the World of Greyhawk fantasy game setting. The World of Greyhawk was essentially the first game setting, despite the publishing of the Empire of the Petal Throne, which predates this a little bit before the World of Greyhawk was published. But that was not published by TSR. It was actually published by a secondary company. The World of Greyhawk was made in part by Gary Gygax and all the people that he gamed with around his table way back in the 70s and 80s. The game mainly existed in his basement for years and years until, of course, he decided to publish the game for himself and his fledgling company. And this was the first game setting, essentially, for his system of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So let's talk about it a little bit now. The books look very similar to the box. Actually, this is the box right here is the second version of the game. The first came in this sleeve, almost like an envelope, with the book inside and the maps inside. This right here is the second version of that, probably published with a whole team of editors and secondary writers that just kind of filled in and took things out of Dragon magazine. The first book we have here is the fantasy setting, a catalog of the land of the Flanis, being the eastern portion of the continent Oerk of Oerth. Greyhawk actually refers to the free city of one of the main hubs of the continent of the Flanis. And here are some of the heraldry used in the different countries residing within that continent. There's some in this front of the book, and there are some in the back. Some of them represent good countries, neutral, and evil countries. For instance, us right here, the crown above the demon head. So anyway, this book here, here's the table of contents. There's all the languages and the peoples. There's around, I want to say, a total of 4 to 6 different races, from native tribes all the way to so-called civilized races of people. Of course, they're not really civilized. They're fighting amongst each other. There's a calendar of sorts, a brief history. This calendar kind of tells you when things kind of happened in the past. You could play the current date, which would be at the end, or you could backtrack and play out an important event in history. Here is a map of how the various races moved across the continent as they settled it, similar to how peoples from Eurasia and Europe moved across the land bridge from that landmass to the Americas. Let's see. After that, we've got there's some lesser important things, how people dressed, glyphs. There might be glyphs like carved on a tree or elsewhere, warning you or leaving a mark for a later time when you saw something in the area and wanted to recheck it. There's a description of all the countries. Here's the Free City of Greyhawk right here. I have a box set for the City of Greyhawk, and that alone, you could make a campaign out of and never leave the actual city. But this right here allows you to travel all over. If you're a long-time adventuring party, I would say that the most part of the game that I use in the lands would be the yeomanry. This actually resembles close to the United States, where they were enslaved by neighboring countries. But when these neighboring countries tried taking on more than they could handle, the populace rose up, struck back, and forced them out, and kept them out. I don't remember the country that did that to them, but they're actually surrounded on three sides by mountains and swamp. So it would be hard for anybody to reclaim their land. It gives you descriptions on what's in some of the swamps, forests, mountains, and important areas on the maps that come with it. But otherwise, a lot of the writing has to be done by the dungeon master as far as what's in these countries. It does not sugarcoat or spoon feed you anything. You have to be the creative one. You have to decide, what kind of economy, what kind of military these countries might have, and what type of code they have for punishing wrongdoers. This right here, this other book, it's called the Glossography, and it gives some fake names here of who made it. So anyway, the writers, because Gary mostly did everything, the writers kind of backed away and didn't really put their own names into it. There's like a weather system and encounter tables here. There's an index of all the cities and features. There's some of the gods, not all. They only put some of the important gods in here. After that, we've got the maps. Hopefully there's nothing else in here. Let me try to open one of these up. What you're seeing in there, this one right here actually came out of a Dragon magazine. They had 4 magazines in a row where they actually published newer versions of these maps. Of course, I opened it upside down. There we go. This is just one. This actually feels vinyl. The one I have down in my basement, it's paper. So that one there is torn, but I've used it over and over again, and I've got it in nice frames, so we can continue to use it. The Crystal Mist Mountains. Here's the yeomanry right here. The main capital is Loftwick. Used this for years and years. Okay, so it would have been the Kingdom of Keeland. That's the one there that attacked and took over the yeomanry and made it part of their republic for a time. Over here is the free city of Greyhawk, and it's not really a country. It's just a large city upon itself in the surrounding area. Always wanted to run a campaign in that area, but haven't all these years. We've run one from many different lands. I think I ran one from Perrinland. It was right next to the Elven Vez Forest. And of course, the evil lands here. One of the most evil in the world of Greyhawk is Ios. Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully that folds right back up. Yes. So yeah, this is just a different version of that. You've got... I'm trying to figure out which section. Okay, this is the upper left portion of the map. And according to my campaign anyway, the Tarask lives in these mountains right here. They actually found the beast once upon a time, but left it sleeping. Never used it again. Why would you need to? The Tarask is one of the most powerful creatures in any realm. Anyway, this is the actual. This does not come with it. This was the very first World of Greyhawk book. This came with the I want to say that folder or magazine type thing. Let's see. Someone even, this is used, by the way. I bought this somewhere. This comes with this came in actually a Dragon magazine. The Weather in the World of Greyhawk. I lucked out and got that for free. And let's see. There's a photocopy. Somebody placed it in here. That didn't really come with anything. This is the other half of the map right here. There's 2 maps in that World of Greyhawk set. So anyway, perhaps sometime I'll go over the free city of Greyhawk. But right now, to find this and to buy it, it's rare. It would probably cost you over $100 in any condition. And I don't think any of the companies have reprinted this. I just want to say good luck in any campaign that you're in and have fun. Good night.